What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jade Feinics, here with issue number 3 of the Feinics Gate podcast. We have once again opened up the gates, and we apologize for being MIA for the last 2 weeks, but adulting. As you can see, I don't have my special co-host with me, Arthur. He's MIA for today, had to do adult things, but I got Vinny, which is even better. And today...
Hi, everybody.
Today, we are going to basically be discussing the May movie madness, even though Avengers kind of came out in April, but it counts. So if you have not seen Avengers Infinity Wars in the last 3 weeks, first, shame on you, and 2, spoilers ahead. So if you haven't seen it...
Lots of spoilers.
Lots and lots of spoilers coming up. We're also going to be discussing Deadpool 2, which is coming out tomorrow, and I can't wait, and then Han Solo, which is next week. So, yeah, let's get to it. Avengers, fucking Christ.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, my God.
I saw it Thursday at 9:30.
Yeah?
Screening 3D.
Oh, my God.
It blew my... I've seen it 3 times total.
I'm up to 2.
If I go to the theater and see it again, it will be IMAX. Because I saw it in 3D and I saw it in standard. Either way, it was great. You know, some people say 3D is better, standard is better. This movie didn't really have a difference. You know, so it's just personal preference, I would say.
Honestly, I like 3D movies, but you have to be seated in the right place.
Exactly.
And at the
if you're in a
same
front row,
time,
3D sucks.
Yeah, because you're like, watching it. And then if you're on the side, you kind of get some 3D, but not all 3D,
Right.
and you end up getting a little bit of a headache. That happened to me because I saw it Friday night. In Bay Terrace, and we had the 3D, and I got stuck in a side seat because the place was packed. I mean, to the gills. And I was literally sitting there, and I'm getting some of the 3D, and I'm like, oh, my head's gonna fucking kill me after this movie. And I was right. As soon as I walked out, not only was I in total fucking shock, but I had the worst migraine from sitting on the side. And then I went and I saw it in 2D, and I was like, okay, this is still fucking amazing, but no headache, yay! So that was good.
And like the experience, I'll say this: when we saw it on Thursday night, I was with Arthur.
Yeah.
Chaz, his wife, Chaz, and I think it was Chaz's girlfriend.
Chaz's wife.
Chaz's wife.
Daisy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his wife.
So 3 minutes into this movie, okay, as amazing as that opening scene was, it only took 3 minutes for me to realize that we were 5 comic book fans sitting in a theater full of movie fans.
Facts.
And true. You could tell the difference.
Yeah.
And you could feel it in the air. There's just here's the first spoiler. When Red Skull first showed up.
Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead to the middle of the movie.
It's fine.
But when he first took his hood off, me, Chaz, and Arthur were the only ones in the theater that made a sound.
Really?
The only ones. And all 3 of us at the same time just jumped up and said, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Because then Friday, I think I had the same problem. I went with a group of people, like my best friend, her brother, and her uncle, and then Fernando. And Fernando has not read the comics I have. He read some of them, not all of them. So he was like, I would guess you would call him the gray area. Right. But the other 3 have not read the comics. So I'm sitting there going to certain things, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm just throwing popcorn at them because I'm like, shut up, you don't understand, you know? And, you could hear it in the theater that some people, you could tell who was a comic book fan because they were making certain noises at certain scenes that other people weren't. Right. So I'm sitting there, and all you hear is, oh my God, that whole time, and the rest of the theater was silent.
Yeah, it was,
It's sad.
You could tell. And it's things that happen that are just straight from the comics. And that's what I appreciate. Yeah. And it just goes right over other people's heads.
I mean, and we gotta say, we're spoiled. We are spoiled with our knowledge because we actually do read the comics, and then we watch the TV shows, and we watch the web comics and everything else that's has to do with our chosen field, I guess you could call it,
our fandom.
Our fandom. Yeah, thank you. And then other people are just like enjoying the movies for the last 10
Right.
years. And you really can't fault them for that.
Yeah,
No.
that's true too. I mean, it is movies, so
It is movies. I mean, and sometimes movies do translate better to a certain generation than actually the comics. Because the younger generation is going to understand the movies better than they would the comics.
And it's also like going with comparing with generations. It's like Batman, for instance. I don't care how good Christian Bale was. I don't care how good Ben Affleck will be. Michael Keaton will always be Batman.
Michael Keaton is my Batman too.
Always be Batman.
Just kind of like where I'm torn. I'm so torn because Heath Ledger made such a good Joker, but Jack Nicholson's my Joker.
And it's two completely different Jokers.
Yes.
That you can't compare them. Like
no, you can't.
Batman is always Batman, but Joker, you could do him so differently.
It's true. Like, which Joker incarnation are you going to do? Are you going to do the Killing Joke Joker? Are you going to do the Nicholson Joker? Are you going to do the Ledger Joker? Or God forbid that fucking Suicide Squad Joker. Jared Leto, fuck you.
Joker was in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. That was just some guy in a I don't know what that was. I can't. No, we do not know. Yeah. Anyways,
so
back to Avengers.
Infinity War.
Did you, at the end of the movie, even though you were expecting it, did you turn around and say, "Oh shit"? Towards the end, even though we were expecting it,
with the snapping.
Yeah. With the.
It still got me.
Yeah. I was tearing.
What it is, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I just didn't know who would still be there.
Even though in the comics it actually tells you still were kind of like.
I haven't read Infinity War in so long.
Yeah, I had to read it again.
Fresh in my mind. I'm gonna read it again soon.
Yeah, I just bought the Infinity War, the whole anthology, so that I can reread it, and I could, because I read it before, and I was like, I just boned up a little bit, and then I watched every single MCU movie in succession. Yeah. The last one, thanks to you, with the Black Panther. So I was like, okay, I'm ready. And then even then, at the end, I was still going.
No matter how much you prepared for it, you could not have been ready.
No, because Old was, and I was like, and there were just moments.
Honestly, all right, so it starts off
fantastic.
Right at the beginning. I mean, it takes place where Ragnarok left off.
Yes, and I like that.
To the second.
I love that.
I loved that during the Marvel logo in the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, the new 10th anniversary logo was pretty cool.
It's nice. It's nice. I like that one.
The sound that was playing was the distress call from the Asgardian ship.
Yes, it was.
So right off the bat, before you even see the logo in completion, it's already, the mood is set, and then it opens to Thor.
Oh my God, I know.
Thor is laid out.
And I was sitting there like, what the fuck happened? Why are all the Asgardians dead? Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
And you're just like, shit. And then Loki. Oh my God. When that happened.
He Loki'd. And yeah.
Oh, I was sitting there. I was like,
well, there
no!
is. I did read a theory.
I read that theory too. Is it about the Hulk?
That's not Bruce Banner.
Mm-hmm.
That it's actually Loki.
Yeah. And that's why you couldn't transform into the Hulk. That's why he couldn't
transform and all that. That theory holds weight until you realize if it was Loki, when he's in the Hulkbuster armor,
he would have been himself.
Why would he try to change?
Yeah.
Now, I can understand him staying as Bruce Banner and all that, but why would he try to change when
inside
no one else
the Hulkbuster armor?
When no one else can see it.
No, you're absolutely right.
So that kind of throws that little out the window.
Well, plus, also in the movie itself, they left us so many Easter eggs.
Yeah,
they did.
There was Arrested Development. I love the show. Did you catch the Easter egg for Arrested Development?
I think so, but remind me.
When they go to Thanos, on Nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's got the collector on the floor.
Yes. I caught that.
Tobias Bluth is in his Blue Man in a cage.
Yeah, I caught that. I did catch that.
That's the second
yes.
Arrested Development Easter egg.
Yes, I did see that.
In the universe.
And that's great because you know what? Like you're going back and you're tying in all these things. I mean,
Yeah.
Even if you're not in nowhere and you see all these things and you know what's coming,
Right.
you know, and it still was just like in your face.
Like I loved that the trailer showed Hulk stomping through Wakanda with everybody.
Yeah.
And then you get to the movie and it's Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster.
Yes, because everybody's sitting there going, "Oh, is that Stark?"
Like, just from seeing the trailers, I was half expecting Bruce Banner to actually bust out of the Hulkbuster, and have like the boots and gauntlets on, and be like, Hulk with the boots and gauntlets on.
I expected that too. So I was sitting there and I was kind of a little disappointed, but then it was actually Fernando that pointed out to me, think about it. He hulked out, went after Thanos as the Hulk, and got his ass beat. So the Hulk is playing bitch by not wanting to come back out.
Well, it's not just that. It's multiple reasons. All right, one, he got his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
He got beat worse than Ronda Rousey got beat by Holly Holmes. Let's just put it that way. All right.
Womp womp.
And so he got beat really bad. So of course he's gonna be a little shook. His confidence is shook.
Yeah.
And he's the Hulk.
Yeah.
So
and he runs on nothing but rage.
Now, and then also you have to look at it this way. He went from being Hulk on Sakaar, where everyone loved him. For 2 years, he was the Hulk. They had parades. People dressed up as him. They showed him nothing but love.
Yeah.
And then he's back on Earth after getting his ass beat. And on Earth, everyone hates the Hulk.
Everybody hates the Avengers.
But you know,
also
like
the Hulk because of his past.
Because of his past. So
of the movies of which we do not see.
He was like, I just came from a place where I was king, and now you just want to use me as a weapon.
Yeah.
You know, just, he's had enough.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I think he was fighting.
He wants to go back to Sakaar,
where he was king,
and relax.
Because also keep in mind, there's a lot of people that were in the previous movies that were not there.
That's true. Well,
where was Ant-Man? And Ant-Man and Wasp is coming out next month?
I have my theory of for Ant-Man and Wasp.
Please tell.
I think that Ant-Man and Wasp is actually that movie does come out next month?
I think
2 months, whatever.
It's June. I'm pretty sure it's coming out in June.
My theory is that movie is going to be taking place at the same time as Infinity War.
At parallel.
We're gonna see the flying donut spaceship on the news in the background or something. Yeah. And then when the snapping happens, where they are either one of them is going to disappear, or they're both gonna shrink down to the microverse to avoid it.
It's possible. You mean they don't? You don't even know. I mean, and at the same time, everybody's sitting there going, "Oh, they're dead, and I'm sitting there going, "No, they're not."
No, well, the Russos have confirmed a lot of things.
Yes.
Since
oh my God,
Valkyrie is still alive.
Yes. Did you see?
She left with half the Asgardians.
Yes.
Groot's last words.
I cried when I read those when Gunn put that up on Twitter. Groot. For those of you that don't know, James Gunn. Yes, James Gunn. I'm horrible with names, but I know his last name's Gunn. And he turned around and it was confirmed to a fan who tweeted him, "What did Groot say?"
When he looked at Rocket.
When he looked at Rocket, and his last words were, "I am Groot," before, and he confirmed them saying, "Dad."
Yes.
As soon as I read that, I was like, "Oh, the feels! They're too much. I can't handle it."
Now, and I'll tell you that, like I said, I saw the movie 3 times. I read that after the second time. When I saw it the third time,
did you cry?
It made me cry even more, knowing that's what he said.
I know.
And then on top of that, Tom Holland, his amazing,
he's so good.
His script was his scripted line was, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good," and that's it. Mm-hmm. He wasn't supposed to stand up. He wasn't supposed to hug him.
No,
he wasn't supposed to do the whole "I don't want to go."
That was ad-libbed,
and he did it. And look.
That was ad-libbed, and do you also know that Tom Holland, he wasn't allowed to see the script?
Yeah, he got
because he's the worst at keeping a secret.
His scripts one day at a time.
Yeah.
In fact, but that's the only one out of everyone on the cast that got an entire script in the beginning was Cumberbatch.
Yes.
No one got an entire script.
Well, that's because also Benedict Cumberbatch, he's just such a class act.
Right.
You know, and you know the theory that they have now about Doctor Strange and the whole thing is that when he was with them and he was looking at all those fucking different possibilities, there's a theory bouncing around on the internet that he actually orchestrated this. It's not real. That it's an image. It's a fantasy, kind of like when he goes into the mirror
it's
realm.
One of his images. Nah,
yeah,
I don't know about that.
I was like, I don't think that theory is going to really hold water.
See that, you know, he saw the ending.
He did break the Mirrorverse. Thank you.
He did.
Our stand-in Nerd Jesus. Because Nerd Jesus and Geek Jesus are one's downstairs playing D&D tonight. Sorry not to be off topic with our ADD moments. But Final Fortress obviously is our home, and it is Wednesday night, and they are doing Dungeons & Dragons downstairs. So if you want to come in and play, they're here till 10. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, him seeing, he saw, over 14 million endings?
Yeah.
And only one where they
successful.
won. And in that one, he needed to give up the time stone.
Yeah.
That, you know... I love the meme that spawned from that.
Yeah.
Because you know the whole Thanos demands your silence. Love that campaign.
So good.
Could not have been better. But the fact that there was a meme that showed Doctor Strange and it said, "Be like Doctor Strange."
Yeah.
He saw the ending of Infinity War 14 million times
and didn't say a word.
Like,
that's true. That's true. I mean, and Deadpool, like, you know, again, we're gonna segue a little bit because we are gonna talk about Deadpool 2. Deadpool is killing it in the advertisement game.
Oh yeah! Have you seen what's going on at Walmart?
Yeah.
With all the
sleeves.
Covers?
Yes, I love it.
They just Deadpoolized everything.
Everything.
He was in a Celine Dion video.
Who is actually becoming like the main song for the movie. And he even there, like sitting there going, that could be a song that's Oscar tapped. Okay, anyways. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to go back to Avengers because, like, we ping pong. This is what we do at the gate. This is how we do it. But I'm sorry, but there's just, even 3 weeks since it's come out. Okay.
Watch the camera. You're blocking the camera. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was right there.
It's okay.
It's all right.
What do you call it? It's been 3 weeks, and I'm still sitting here going, fuck. And I've seen it twice. I actually have it at home. Don't ask me how. And I watched part of it before I came out tonight, and then I had to run like crazy errands. So adulting, hey, hashtag. And I'm still sitting there going, oh my god.
Any of my friends that haven't seen it yet, you know, like guys I work with, they're like, I'm gonna go see it. I'm like, all right, just go.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
don't talk about it.
They ask me, you know, anyone that's asked me for spoilers, and I've had guys that insist that I give them spoilers. So I will only say one thing: they fight Thanos.
Yeah.
You know,
that's not a spoiler.
That's it. And then snap my finger and walk away. Most of them don't read comics, so they don't even realize it until after.
And they're like, you bitch, right? Like, you motherfucker. I mean, oh my god, no, I know.
And I tell them to bring a box of tissues.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm totally upset because I am not a crier. I'm not a crier. You can't get me to cry. Like, literally, I don't even cry when I'm cutting onions.
This is now the second movie that I can say will probably make me cry. Every time. You know, there's one other.
Is it A Dog's Purpose?
No.
Okay,
Lion
good.
King.
Oh God, Lion King. And they're coming out with that live action. They announced it. It's please be good. Please be good. But whatever. So I mean, Avengers, like, what more can we say about this fucking movie? 3 weeks since it's been out, it is smashing box office records everywhere. Biggest superhero opening in China ever. Second biggest
movie opening weekend, period.
Yeah, they actually smashed. They like, what was it? It was Black Panther came in. It was the fourth highest grossing movie, and Avengers just beat it.
Yeah, it
just
took over the world. You know what though? Comic book fans have been waiting their whole life for this.
I have.
Movie fans have been waiting 10 years for this.
We have.
It's just and it finally got here.
There's really not much you can say because, like, honestly, I don't see any, like, you know how we critique with some movies and it's like, that could have been a little better. I have not one thing to say about this movie that could have been a little better, except the way he killed Gamora.
No, that was great.
It was great,
It was great.
I still think that it could have been a little bit.
You know what the Thanos acronym
Yeah.
for where the gems were?
Yeah.
So this one needed to be H.
Yeah.
So it fits H in two ways. One, it was with Red Skull.
Yes.
So Red Skull was the leader of Hydra.
Yes.
So there you go.
There's the
your
H.
Or hurl your daughter off a cliff. There's your H.
Yeah. It just, and everybody's like, you know, and then did you see that other thing where now everybody's saying that Thanos is not the villain of Avengers? It's actually Star-Lord.
No, all right.
guys,
First of all you Star-Lord haters, okay? First of all, before this movie, everyone loved Star-Lord, okay?
It's so true.
He
They
challenged
wanted to
Ronan
be
into a
him.
dance-off. People that didn't even know who Star-Lord was 3 years ago loved him and now hate him. Look.
Yeah.
Yes, if he would have kept his cool, they could have got the gauntlet off.
Possibly.
Yes, he did mess up. But look at what has happened to him.
He just had his entire team taken away. The love of his life
His
killed.
His mother was killed by his father when he was young.
Yes.
He watched his mother die.
He had to kill his dad.
Had to kill his biological father.
Which got rid of all of his special powers, which made him cool.
The man who raised him,
dies.
He had to watch die.
Oh my God, yes, I know.
And then finally, the woman he loves gets thrown off a cliff. If you can honestly say that you would not do the same thing, you're a liar.
It's true. And that's why, like, all you Star-Lord haters out there, he's not the villain. He's a sad byproduct of all the anarchy.
It's, you know, and...
and my boy Alex, hi Alex, says Thor messed up too.
Not going for the head?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like, you have Stormkiller with you, motherfucker. Stormbreaker, thank you. See, I need more coffee. Someone bring me coffee. Been up since 7 a.m., goddammit. Of course.
Yeah, what do you gotta say?
I love the little hints of Gatorade Gold that they put inside for the storyline before.
Yeah.
Especially with Stormbreaker, how they put the shit in the fact that, Gatorade Gold.
Yes. I love that. That little...
The little what?
The little segue that they had with Thor, where Valkyrie got some of the people away.
Right.
And he still has his revenge.
Oh, yeah.
But now...
Right. Right.
Yes. And I love how they made Peter Dinklage a giant.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing of all time.
They had Peter Dinklage playing a dwarf.
Giant.
That is actually giant.
Yeah.
And
the irony alone.
And you caught the Game of Thrones.
I did.
Easter egg, right? When he screams out, "Hold the door."
Yes. I was like
I don't even watch Game of Thrones, and I appreciate it.
I was like, hold door. When I caught that, and I'm doing that in the theater, and people are like, "The fuck is wrong with this bitch? Does she have epilepsy?" I was like, "No, you don't understand. You're not a fan."
Yeah, I mean, casting in the Marvel universe is
fantastic.
Always been great.
I'm sorry, but and don't get me wrong, I'm not a DC hater. I enjoy DC. Fuck you, DC. MCU has destroyed you, and not even a Wonder Woman 2 can save you. Because, oh my God. Oh my God!
All right, that's like everybody compares Marvel and DC. I'm a fan of both.
I am too.
When it comes to the comics,
there's no
they're
contest.
Neck and neck. It depends
on the artist and it depends on the writer.
Right. But you know they both sides have good stories and bad stories and good art and bad art. It's like comparing apples and oranges.
Facts.
But when you go into other media, Marvel owns the movie market, and DC can never catch up.
Sadly.
But at the same time, DC runs television.
Yes, I do.
DC runs the animated movie market.
I agree, because all the DC animated movies that I've seen,
animated movies,
the
for the
TV
most
shows
part,
are great.
The whole CW universe is great.
Yeah.
You know, I don't watch Gotham.
They're ending Gotham. They're ending Gotham next season. They got one more season and it's done, and it makes me sad.
It doesn't. It's like he's 9 years old, but these villains are running around. So by the time he's Batman, Riddler's going to be 60. How does this make sense?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and then let's not get it twisted. There's a big wedding coming up in June for Batman. He's finally marrying Selena Kyle. You know, I mean, it's that only took 50 years.
I saw a little comic strip. It was like they were talking about the whole, something borrowed and something.
Something borrowed, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
And they go through the list, and she's like, "Oh, we don't have anything blue." And Batman's just like, "Selena, you've been teasing me for 30 years. I have 2 blue things on me at all times."
That's so true. I mean, let's not get into the fact that Batman is a notorious fucking playboy, but Selena Kyle's the only one that could get him to purr. It's true.
Yeah, I mean, you know what though? With any superhero, I can't see any superhero marrying a regular person.
No.
I don't know how Superman.
I mean, fucking Superman married Lois Lane and then she fucking died.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Rest in peace, Margot Kidder. That was really sad.
That was sad.
That was so sad. Because I was so getting ready to see her at Eternal Con, and it's the 40th anniversary. I was like, oh. And they're saying that maybe she committed suicide. Because she did suffer from bipolar disorder and other things, and they're saying that it may have been a suicide.
That sucks.
I know. So it's rest in peace, Margot Kidder. Sorry. But yeah. Oh, Jeffrey chimes in. Hi, Jeff. Jeffrey says comics, both TV, animated series, and movies goes to DC, but the live action movies go Marvel all the way.
Exactly.
Agreed. We have to agree with you. And then did you see all the cancellations that were going on now? Some things got renewed and some things didn't.
What, TV shows?
TV shows.
Yeah, I know. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is renewed for a short season.
Because they gotta feed it into the Captain Marvel universe now. Which I can't wait for.
That's really all I heard about.
They renewed.
Gotham's getting going. Like I said, don't watch Gotham.
The new Luke Cage is coming out in June.
It's getting a season 2.
No, this is season 2.
It's getting a season
3. Jessica Jones already got renewed for season 3.
Came out and, you know what? With Netflix,
fuck Iron Fist. I don't give a shit about that one. Ugh. You know,
honestly, Iron Fist. I think their best bet to do with Iron Fist now.
Change the actor.
No, he didn't do a bad job. It was the writing.
Yeah,
he looks the part perfectly.
He does.
You know, I think with him, they should not give him another season.
No.
But we should definitely still
I want another Defenders.
Give us another
Give her another Defenders.
Let him be a recurring character in Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil.
Yes.
You know?
I know Daredevil, I think, is getting another season.
Should be. Punisher is probably going to get another season.
Punisher should get another season because that was a great series right there.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's great. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
I've heard everything about how great it is. I am just very behind on Netflix.
Yeah,
so I'm in the middle of Defenders
what is it?
now.
#adulting.
Yeah, so I'm in the middle of Defenders now, and then I'm working on catching up.
Defenders, I'm sorry, could have been better. That's just my opinion.
Yes.
That's just my opinion.
Like Daredevil, you know what it is? With the Netflix series, you know, Deadpool was the first. Daredevil came out first. And set the bar so fucking high.
True.
That honestly, Jessica Jones and Luke Cage came close. The season 1 of Jessica Jones, a lot of people shit on it,
but it still was really good.
You know, Luke Cage was really good. Nowhere near what Daredevil was.
Jeff says, "I can't wait for season 2 of Luke Cage."
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's actually side story really quick. My mother worked at a school, and I would help out with the year-end barbecue.
Yes.
And 2 of her students were the children of Hugh Jackman and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Wow.
So I was there one year, and D'Onofrio has a daughter that's in her mid-20s.
Okay.
And I was hitting on her.
Oh, dear God.
And
that didn't go well for you, did it?
When D'Onofrio came to tell me to stay away from his daughter, with Hugh Jackman standing behind him, the only thing that was going through my head was, I'm about to get the shit kicked out of me by Kingpin and Wolverine.
I know!
And I'm okay with this.
That would have been an epic way to die.
I would have been fine with that.
That really would have been an epic way to die.
I would have been killed by Kingpin and Wolverine.
I'm happy.
Sure.
I'm happy. Did you see The Greatest Showman?
No. Not yet.
It's good. Believe it or not, it's actually good.
I don't really go unless it's a comic book movie. I don't go to the movies.
Well, it's out on DVD.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
is it ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Black Panther just came out on DVD the other
Yeah,
day.
it's ridiculous how fast it happens these days.
Had to, because Avengers is out.
Yeah, but even then, it's like 3-4 months. You remember when you had to wait like 2 years for it to come out on VHS?
Yeah, but I love those VHSs. I still have them. So, but I mean, it is what it is. But like, now let's get into it. Remember how long we had to wait for the Deadpool DVD to come out after the movie?
Yeah.
We had to wait at least half a year for that.
Yeah, they made us wait for it.
Yeah. And now what's coming out on Friday?
Deadpool 2.
And I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I mean, Black Panther was released on digital a week before.
Yeah. I mean, you could already get it on the Fios on demand already.
You could still see it in the theater.
I know. It is what it is. You know, I mean, Disney. That's Disney.
It's Disney.
That's Disney.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait for Deadpool 2 because we're gonna stop talking about Avengers now because we've spent like almost the entire show on Avengers, which we could keep going for hours on that movie. That's how good it is. But we should talk about Deadpool 2 because Deadpool 2 is coming out and the hype is real.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the early trailers for Deadpool.
Yeah.
The
Bob Ross one.
The newer ones.
Oh my God.
I am staying away from.
Why?
I don't want to know too much about the movie.
They don't tell you.
I don't care.
Okay. I'm just saying you really should watch the one where he's with David Beckham because it really doesn't give away. It gives away nothing.
Well, no, I mean I know a lot of the marketing has nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, look what Ryan Reynolds did in Japan.
Yes. If you guys have been seeing that video circulating around Facebook and YouTube, Ryan Reynolds went on a Korean music show. Like you know how they're American Idol
mask on behind you.
They're American Idol kind of thing, or The Voice, and he's singing in a unicorn outfit, and the Korean people, the Korean judges are sitting there going, "Oh, his English is really good."
Yeah,
and they had no idea it was Ryan Reynolds.
The mask off, and everybody bugs out because it's him.
Jeffrey says Deadpool 2 is going to be amazing. I agree.
Yeah, I mean. The first one was
fantastic.
The first rated R comic book movie. It set a precedent.
And it broke the fourth wall so many times.
It broke the fourth wall within a fourth wall break.
Yes, it did. And so I can't stop talking about the commercial that he did with David Beckham because not only does it break the fourth wall, it demolishes the fucking fourth wall. Because there's a line where David Beckham goes, "Oh, I don't even know what I thought you were apologizing for something else." And he goes, "What did you think I was apologizing for?" And then he starts listing off all of Ryan Reynolds' fucking flops. He starts off with
great.
He goes Green Lantern, R.I.P. PD, and Deadpool's like, okay. And then he said the last movie and he goes, "That was a fucking gem!" And starts freaking out. And it's the best part of the commercial. And then of course the Celine Dion.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I heard about it.
Yeah, where like he's dancing around in heels like Flashdance. It's amazing. So, which actually goes with one of the posters that he put out, which is Flashdance, but instead it's bullet casings landing on him instead of water.
Yeah, those movies, all those
his advertising is so good.
Great. If you haven't seen him, it's just Deadpool as Edward Scissorhands
and Deadpool in Office Space,
X-Men, Office Space. It's just like all these movies where they just put him on the cover, and they're hilarious. I would love to see one for X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yes,
where it's the real Deadpool choking out what they tried to tell us was Deadpool back then. Like doing like the Homer Simpson choke.
Yeah, where he's just like, and it's still Ryan Reynolds' fucking character too, and he can still choke that motherfucker out.
All right, everyone shits on X-Men Origins Wolverine, and I'm not defending this movie in any way.
Oh, good.
It is one of the worst. It was probably the worst movie ever made.
Damn you, Bryan Singer.
But if it wasn't for that movie, we would not have the Deadpool that we have today.
This is very true.
Because Ryan Reynolds, who is a fan of Deadpool, said, "I can't let that be what people remember." Exactly. I got the chance to play Deadpool, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And since that movie's release, he was trying to get Deadpool made, and then he finally gets it made, and look what it is.
Yeah, mainly because
highest rated R movie ever.
Was it ever?
I think so.
I think it was in the top 10. I don't know if it was
it's
ever
up there, but
it's up there.
And then because we got that, They were like,
I can't even fact check it.
We're making Logan. Let's make it rated R because it works.
And it did. And I got to admit that Logan was very good.
Logan was amazing.
But we're not talking about Logan. We're talking about Deadpool.
Talking about Deadpool.
And then on top of that, it's just the writing alone for the Deadpool movies. Yeah. It's just, because like they do it in a way that it follows the comic, where Deadpool's always doing insane shit,
right? Like
but it's good.
Yeah.
It's not hokey. It's not cheesy. It doesn't come off as trying too hard, kind of like how when Ragnarok did a little bit, where it seemed like they were pushing the jokes a little bit too hard. Even in the even in the last Star Wars, where they were just pushing your jokes on you, and you're just like, eh.
Like Deadpool's jokes were, they were dirty, they were raunchy, and all that, but they fit. They made them all work.
Yes.
Like with the tiny hand, and he's rubbing on the blind owl's face.
Is your hand the size of a spork? Yes. Oh, so good. I'm personally very excited to see this movie. I'm more than likely going to end up seeing it Saturday. Because I used to go for opening night with a lot of things, but now I can wait.
I might wait till Wednesday, because I'm off on Wednesday, and I'll go to a matinee with my roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only going Saturday because I made a promise to Fernando I wouldn't see it without him. And he's working Friday, and then he has a big test on Saturday, and then it's Pokemon Community Day, and we have to catch ourselves a Black Charizard, because I want that Black Charizard,
That's racist.
I know. I shouldn't say things like that, but I want my damn Black Charizard. But
I'm happy to see more of Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah,
I think she was great in the first.
She's actually I met her at Eternal Con last year. She is really fucking nice and total lesbian.
And Colossus was
huge.
That not only that was the best portrayal of Colossus in a movie so far.
Because it's the actual portrayal of Colossus. That's how he is in the comics. He wasn't that piece of shit that just went in the fucking X-Men, where all of a sudden he's fucking just standing there like, But
no. and you were talking about wedding earlier. There is an X-Men wedding coming up in the comics.
Which one?
Colossus and Kitty are finally getting married.
Yes. I did. I remember
that
this.
issue. The first issue of the wedding special comes out this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We can talk about that next week.
I will have it here.
I would love to talk about that next week, because I honestly I love these superhero weddings, because they're like celebrity weddings, and usually somebody dies.
Listen, I'm more excited about Colossus and Kitty getting married than the royal wedding. So,
and everybody goes, "Oh yeah, they're getting married on Saturday, right?" I was like, the only thing I care about on Saturday is Community Day.
You know why why they're doing it on Saturday?
Because
she's already trying to control his life and tell him he can't go see Deadpool till Tuesday.
Yeah. But then there's also the fact, like, I don't want to get into the politics, but they're saying, like, there's so much fuckery going on with this wedding. And then I read
I don't care.
I was like, you're in England. I don't care. Like, we beat you in 1776 so that we didn't have to care about these things? Whatever. Either way, so Deadpool 2 definitely is getting a great big double thumbs up from me, and I haven't even seen it yet. It's like, yeah. So I cannot wait for that. And then another movie that, like, honestly, I'm on the fence about is Solo. That's coming out next week on the 25th, and my issue is, everybody, how big of a Star Wars fan I am. Poor life. I have tattoos.
You have Solo Pikachu on your arm.
Yo, Solo Pikachu right here, and then I have my baby Tauntaun with my rebel symbol right there, and this movie, I'm just.
I am looking forward to seeing it. I'm not overhyped over it.
No.
Like, there's some things like what's his name?
Yeah. Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
He's not in his old right now.
Amazing actor. Can't wait to see his portrayal of Landau.
I think it's gonna be good.
I
think that he's gonna steal the show.
Did you see what happened to premiere?
No, I didn't watch the premiere because I'm afraid of spoilers.
So at the premiere, Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, and the original Landau.
Colt, Miss Colt Foot. Now you have me again.
Well, anyway, they showed up wearing almost the same exact red suit.
Was this land?
No, they're saying it wasn't planned, but it shows to show that they are past and future versions of each other.
Yeah.
It's like they're pretty similar to bright red.
Yeah, I get you. I'm just adding.
I think like I talk to people about trailer. It's like that scene with Chewie on the outside of the train was awesome, but there's no danger in that. Because that's the trailer makes you think, oh, Chewie dies. He dies. He doesn't die. We know he doesn't die.
Right.
It's any these prequel movies now. There's no danger for the.
That kind of scares me a little bit with the Solo movie because I kind of feel like our kid on our movie all he wants, and he does. I tried to defend the last Star Wars movie as best as I could, and considering everything. Yeah. I know. I tried defending it, and in the end, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I still and I should bad Star and bad, but there's some things in it that you're like, really,
yeah.
Fuck you. The next one is coming out next December. Is it 2019? December 2019 is episode 10, right?
So.
And
9.
It's 9, right?
Yeah.
But then also now they just announced they're releasing a show. Is it on Netflix? I think they're doing where it's Star Wars Universe 7 years after The Last Jedi. Where they're picking up a Star Wars. It's gonna be a TV series where they're going to be 7 years after The Last Jedi.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but then if it's 7 years after The Last Jedi, where does The Force Awakens come in? Because are we gonna have another Rogue One situation on our hands here?
Well, no, The Force Awakens was before Last Jedi.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
No.
It was Force Awakens and then Last Jedi.
Oh, no. I'm thinking Return of the Jedi. Oh, my God. I need coffee. Return of the Jedi. It's set with the last of the originals. 7
years after
the last of the originals. Jedi. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. I need coffee. Someone bring me coffee.
Okay. But what characters does it follow?
I think it actually, believe it or not, follows Luke and his creation of the Jedi Temple
and him going into exile.
Yes,
then that would
I think
make sense.
That's what they're doing. It's going to be like Rogue One, but in a series.
Right. Look at Rebels.
I like Rebels.
Rebels and Clone Wars. Well,
I love those.
Clone Wars followed all the people from the movies.
From the prequels of which we do not speak of.
But then Rebels followed this whole new cast of characters.
Yeah.
But
it was still set in the Clone War era.
Right.
Yeah. Which is nice.
That's why I loved
It'll come to you.
Rogue One.
Thank you. I did like Rogue One
so much because I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not a super Star Wars fan.
That's me.
But just seeing this movie with fresh characters.
I liked it.
It wasn't all about. It wasn't the Luke and Leia show like almost every other movie.
So our boy Jeff is chiming in again, and he says, "I think Solo is going to be good, but Childish Gambino is going to ace playing Lando." Yes. Completely agree. I think 100%. That he might actually steal the movie.
Yes.
I'm calling it now. I think he's stealing the movie.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is,
and you know what? I hope that he does steal the movie.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see Landau get his own movie since they're doing all these prequel movies.
Can you imagine?
Landau gets his own movie.
I'm with it.
I'm with it. With Childish Gambino.
With Donald Glover.
Let's go for it.
I'm in it.
Go for it.
And it's funny because do you see the meme that's going around right now? Because it takes because Donald Glover has his alter ego, which is Childish Gambino. And Childish Gambino just released a really amazing music video.
Yeah.
And
do you know how he got that name?
No.
This is great. So on Facebook when it's like, what's your Wu-Tang name?
No.
Those stupid little things. It's
like
the
BuzzFeed thing.
birth that the month you were born, and then the last letter of your middle name. And he did one of those,
and that's what
and
came
it
up.
gave him Childish Gambino. That is how he got his name.
Okay, that's fucking amazing. That's
what
awesome.
is your Wu-Tang Clan name?
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. That actually, believe it or not, that's how I got the name of everybody's like, oh, you like, because if you know me on real life, you know what I do for a living. I don't have to tell you. But on my Facebook, it says I'm the owner of Wicked Crystal Star Entertainment, which is something I found on one of those silly memes. And I just put it, it literally was like, what's your letter of your last name, your initial, and that's what came up with it. I thought it was so cool. I kept it. Copyrighted, bitches. It's mine. That is my entertainment company. I will kill you if you try to take it. But, that's awesome that he did that, because, like, that shows that he's not just, like, intelligent. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny.
He's great. Like, with the whole Spider-Man thing with him. When somebody just said, oh, Donald Glover for Spider-Man, and he just ran with it. And that's why
I think he could pull up Miles Morales.
That's how he got his part in Homecoming.
Yeah.
And it's theorized that his character in Homecoming, how he's like, oh, I got a nephew in this neighborhood, he is Miles's uncle.
I think that's going to be really well done. I think it could be done.
It should be done.
I think it should be done. I agree.
I mean, he's too old to play Miles, as young as he is.
But
Miles, like, if you're doing it as an origin story, not an origin story. Miles is like 15 when he first becomes Spider-Man.
That's true.
That's why I think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man.
Because he's young.
Like, Tobey Maguire did a good job in 2 out of 3 movies.
I was going to say, really?
In 2 out of 3.
Okay, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3. You figure out which 2. Andrew Garfield had the look. He had the attitude. The movies weren't written right.
No.
The first one was way better than the second one.
Agreed.
But Tom Holland was a better Spider-Man in his 77 minutes of Civil War than both of them combined in 5 movies.
True.
And then Infinity War
just solidified it. Solidified it.
I mean, Homecoming first, and then Infinity War. Like, basically, Civil War was him saying, "I'm Spider-Man now. I'm gonna steal Cap's shield."
Homecoming was sliding it into home, and this is him taking a bow before he goes into the dugout.
Homecoming was him saying, I am good enough to get my own movie, and it's gonna be good. Infinity War is him saying, 20 years from now, we're gonna say Tom Holland was Spider-Man.
It's true. And speaking of Infinity War again, as you can see right here in the front, you want to explain what this is to the lovelies?
That is the new HeroClix Infinity set. Its official release day is today. It's different from all other HeroClix sets. You get one of these big guys, like, check out this Hulk.
Yeah, that Hulk's pretty sick. It's nice.
In every booster pack. You get one of these and 4 regular size characters. And we will be playing a release day event tomorrow, 7:00. Buy 2
closed box
5-figure boosters, and you make a team out of that. And the winners get a limited edition Rocket Raccoon.
Yes. So come down to the Final Fortress tomorrow. Even if you're new to HeroClix, I'm new to it to myself, and the guys here were very nice to explain it to me. Yeah, and it actually sounds like a lot of fun. I'm actually going to try it, and we do have a HeroClix night here at the Fortress
every Thursday. I am one of the judges for HeroClix, and I can say this: I will not be playing tomorrow.
No. Because you just already got.
Well, we have 2 new players that are possibly showing up.
Okay.
So rather than me play in the tournament, I will sit with them and teach them how to play.
I think that's a really good thing. Yeah. Like, thank you for being a mentor to those of us who don't understand the game.
I've been playing HeroClix for 15 years.
It's been around that long?
Last year was the 15th anniversary.
Like, how do I not know these things when it comes to this? But then again, I'm behind with a lot of my tabletop games. And the last tabletop game I was obsessed with was Magic. And even then, I still haven't played in years. So
It's
I'm
one
a
of those,
horrible.
the more the merrier.
Yes.
You know?
But that's every Thursday night here at the
Every
Fortress.
Thursday.
They're doing the special event tomorrow. So yeah.
And we also, we have the new Goku Black Fig Arts. Extremely limited.
And extremely rare.
Once it sells out,
It's gone.
it is gone.
It's gone.
Will not be able to get any more in stock.
Yeah. We're also, since we were talking about Solo, we did get a whole bunch of the Star Wars Legion figure sets for the game. So come in, pick up what you like, and boost your team. And we have everything behind us right now.
Bunch of stuff: Zombie World Order, Dice Masters, Garbage Pail Kids, Drago.
Everything here is on sale.
All 40% off. All of our trade paperbacks are 40% off.
We got
Shadespire,
Warhammer. So if you play Warhammer, come out for it.
Just the Shadespire is 40% off, not the rest of the Warhammer stuff.
Right.
And Rune Wars also.
Yes.
Rune Wars, actually, a lot of people are buying that just because it has like 30 minis in it.
Yeah.
And they'll buy that, just use the minis for other things.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like the Final Fortress is literally the place where every tabletop gamer, certain figures, collectors, card games, you name it, we have it. I mean, we got the new Unlock.
We got a new Unlock this week.
I mean, there's just this place is like it's like Fantasyland for the people that know, and then on top of that, it's not just like somewhere you come and just buy and leave.
Yeah,
they have game nights every single night. Friday nights is Magic. Thursday night is HeroClix. Tonight is Dungeons and Dragons. What's Tuesdays?
Tuesdays is Dragon Ball Super card game.
Yeah. And then Monday
is Magic.
Magic again.
Yeah, Fridays is Draft Night. Monday is Modern. We always have something going on.
Yeah.
We have the largest play area in New York downstairs. If you want to come in and you see a game that you like, we have demo copies.
Yeah.
You can sit downstairs and try the game out before you buy it.
It's true.
It's
true. And there's
Magic,
always somebody here that
HeroClix,
can explain it to you.
Always somebody willing to teach you to play.
Yeah. And then on top of that, even if you can't find it in the store, sometimes they can order it for you. Or if you're a big collector or a big gamer and you know that a certain set is coming out, come in and reserve yourself a whole box.
Yep.
That's what they do.
We do a lot of times, I'm not 100% on what and that, but we do discounts for pre-orders. So if you prepay early, you get a discount.
Yeah, I mean, the prices are reasonable. They're not out of this world.
What did Pete say? A pop?
Tonight, if you, basically, as we've been doing for every issue of the Feinics Gate, because, we're the Awesome Queens podcast and rounds up everybody. Basically, the first week, we offered you guys a free pop if you came in and said something. Last issue, we offered you a free dice set. So this week, since nobody's been claiming our prizes, we're offering you a free pop. But the key word to get it is you have to come in and say, the Feinics Gate podcast sent me. And you will get a free pop. Also, keep in mind that all pops here are also buy one, get one. Or is it buy two, get one?
Buy one, get
buy
one.
Buy one, get one. Thank you. So you can get your free pop, come in, buy a pop at price, and get 3 pops. So if you're a pop collector,
for the pop price of one.
You're a pop collector, get your ass in here. They got some really good selection, stuff that, most people don't even know that they have because they, just don't. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But also, as I was saying, rounds up, we do the rounds has actually expanded with me as the Feinics Gate. We have the New York City edition, and then we have the Florida edition. Both. Did you know that the Florida edition and the New York City edition is now being represented by this amazing podcast network?
No, I did not.
Yeah, and hopefully one day we'll be able to join too. But we gotta grow our roots a little bit more here first before we can join that network. And we have opened up a new fan page, and it's you guys know and love our Who You Got challenges. So this page actually relives some of the most famous matchups of the Who You Got challenge history. Okay. This week it is Mr. Malave of the New York City edition's turn to pick the match. And I hope you guys tune in tomorrow night to the New York City edition and hear what they have to say. And also keep in mind on social media between our Instagrams, our Facebook, and see what match he's picked for you, because it's a good one. And literally the last couple of matches are the matches that have like almost ended friendships. They've almost ended friendships. And you can vote and actually change the what is it? The turn of history. Thank you, Thanos. And see a matchup that you thought should have went one way, you could actually vote and make it go the way that you thought it should have in the first place. Like that one time where, you know, Batman versus Deadpool, you know, or actually it was Venpool because he got taken over by the Venom symbiote. Speaking of Venom, are you excited about that movie?
Seen the trailer, looks good.
We'll see.
It's not getting my hopes up.
I'm still gonna go.
I don't see how you could do a really good Venom origin story without Spider-Man. So
I agree with you. But who knows? We may get a cameo.
Right. Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so? I mean, because remember, they won't tell Tom Holland anything.
That's true too.
Because he can't.
That's true too.
He can't keep a secret.
They're probably waiting till the day before.
Like, oh hey, we need you to show up and play Spider-Man.
For we need you for an hour and a half out of this 2-hour movie. And not telling him until the day before.
Yeah.
It's quite possible.
It's quite possible. Like there may be a pop-up. And it may not even be Tom Holland in a suit. It could be a stand-in. Like true. You don't need to have Spider-Man talk.
That's true.
I know. I'm fucking around. I'm fucking around.
Yes, you do.
I'm fucking around. But honestly, Deadpool I'm hyped about. Avengers I'm still in shock about. Solo I'm on the fence about.
Yeah,
agree?
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
The same way.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm excited for Solo, but not gonna rush out to see it.
I'm not going opening weekend, and that's such a horrible thing for me to say. As a Star Wars fan, as a part of my charity
I'll probably
group.
see Infinity War again before I see Solo.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, but I probably will too. But the other thing, oh god, I just had it in my head and now it's out. I was telling you before we went live, Star Wars Celebration, which we were waiting for them to announce on Star Wars Day, which was May 4th. And then, of course, we had Revenge of the 5th, which we were waiting for the announcement. They just announced today where Star Wars Celebration 2019 is going to be. And a lot of people are going, what? Why? Because if you haven't already seen it online, they announced that they're doing it in Chicago.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, Disney World, Disneyland, and then you have London.
Nothing good ever happens in Chicago.
No, I mean, and it's bad enough that this is a convention that we only get every other year. So everybody was expecting it to be in Anaheim because last year it was in Orlando. And if it wasn't going to be in Anaheim, it was going to travel. And then the convention before that one, which I think, so you go 2017, 2015 was in London. Jeff says, I'm going to see Solo on my birthday weekend. Okay, happy birthday. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, it was in London. Then it was in Orlando. We were expecting it to go back to Anaheim. What the fuck is in Chicago? Like, what the fuck is in Chicago that has anything to do with Star Wars?
Chicago, there's nothing in Chicago.
Is there a bean? No, that's Seattle.
There is a bean.
Oh, there is a bean? Okay.
Bean was actually kind of cool. Yeah. But it's
Yeah, and I was talking about it with my charity group because we're a Star Wars themed charity group, and we don't get it. And I joked around. I was like, well, isn't Chicago technically in the middle?
I mean, yeah, for a New Yorker, it's
not far.
Not far. Yeah, Chicago's drivable.
Yeah, I could drive to Chicago, but here's the problem. I already looked up hotel prices in Chicago for this fucking convention. The closest hotel to the convention wants almost $1,400 for four nights, 5 days. And the convention itself is going from a Thursday to a Monday, which makes no sense to me. I mean, What are you doing?
5 days.
Yeah, that's like a marathon.
Yeah,
I mean, Comic-Con 4 days alone, which, oh God, don't even get me started with the Comic-Con shit, which I will in a second. I will in a second, because that's coming up too. That sale's coming up in a couple of weeks, and they raised all the prices, but we'll get into that in a second. With the Star Wars Celebration, I went last year, and it was fucking amazing. But at the end of the 3 days, I was shot. I was done. Kill me, put me on a platter. I'm good to go. I was finished. 5 days?
Yeah, I
Yee.
went to my first comic convention recently in North Carolina. I went to North Carolina Comic-Con, and one day, and I was done.
Yeah, you don't even understand. And now take it from a cosplayer's point of view.
Yeah, I can.
Now, I cosplay, and I'm so glad Arthur's not here because then he can't yell at me about it. But I cosplay. So imagine how hard it is for me to go to a convention like, just say, New York Comic Con. And that's 4 days. Oh, and that's right. Don't forget E3 happens that same time in Chicago. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. It takes me to get into just say I'm trying to get into my Cammy cosplay, right? Fairly simple cosplay. I don't really have to do a lot of makeup, but it still takes me a good hour, 2 hours to get everything on, get what I need situated, so I'm not walking out looking like a schlubba, And then you got to drive to the convention. You got to get inside the convention. Then you're walking around in that cosplay all day. People are stopping you for photos, which I don't mind, but whatever. And, you get tired. And then on top of that, do you think I can go to the bathroom in some of my cosplays? No. So do I eat or drink in the whole day? No. So imagine doing that 5 days in a fucking row.
Yeah. And I'd have to imagine a stormtrooper costume isn't easy to go to the bathroom in.
It isn't. It isn't. I have a lot of friends in the 501st who are also in my charity group, and they need handlers.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they have handlers. I myself have a handler, Fernando. He helps me with all of my cosplays, but it's like, it's grueling. Even for a fan, it's grueling because you're fighting the crowds. Yeah. You're on your feet all day. It's hard. How are you going to do 5 days? I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm tapping out. Tapping out. I can't. And then on top of that, this whole bullshit fuckery that they're doing with the Comic-Con tickets this year.
Oh, with the fan verification and all that.
Well, they've been doing that for the last 2 years. Yeah. The problem that I have is fan verification was supposed to cut down on scalpers.
Right.
You still have fucking scalpers. You're not winning. Why? And then on top of that, they took away the 4-day, 3-day? It's gone.
You can't get the pass.
They're gone.
4 days anymore.
No, you know how we would have a 4-day pass and a 3-day pass?
I've never been to
New York Comic Con. Really?
Yeah, like I have friends that went last year, and supposedly they're getting me tickets this year. I'll put this offer out to anyone that lives in Queens or nearby. If you get me a ticket to Comic Con, whether it's 1 day or all 4 days, I will drive. I will take care of parking.
It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad, believe it or not.
There's a sanitation garage 4 blocks away.
Exactly.
And I get free parking.
Is it? Anyways. But, no, I don't mind the fan verification thing. Right. I'm used to it now. It's the third year they're doing it in a row. If it works properly.
In theory, it's a good idea.
In theory, yes, I agree. My whole issue with the whole fan verification thing is, oh, wow, I didn't realize. Happy 90th birthday, Mickey Mouse. Thanks, Jeff.
Happy birthday, Mickey.
Woo! Anyways, so ADD with this show. We are so ADD.
Jeff, you're doing a great job because Geek and Nerd Jesus are not with us today. So you're filling in for them. Thank you.
And unfortunately, my hands are tied because I'm using what I normally do to fact check to record. So, adulting! But with Comic-Con, they raised the prices of the tickets. And you have to, if you want to go all 4 days, you have to buy 4 individual days.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I did the math.
Yeah, like the North Carolina one, I had such a great time.
How cheap was the ticket?
The 1 day pass was $45.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not great.
And and it not only.
But I think it was one of the bigger conventions.
It included what's his name from Ninja Turtles, Eastman, a meet and greet with Eastman.
Oh my god!
Autograph and everything. We didn't go.
You should have.
See, that's the thing. We didn't have to pay for it, but we still had to wait in line. And the line was just
ridiculous.
We only got one day ticket.
Mm-hmm. You didn't want to waste it.
We didn't want to waste it online for 6 hours.
I get it. I'm the same way. That's why
we didn't do any panels, anything. We were there
fun?
for the comics.
Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a great time.
Yeah.
I saw 2 kids dressed up as Nightwing and Daredevil that had really nice costumes, but they were mad that they didn't win the
cosplay contest.
Let me just say one thing. I'm not a cosplayer. But if you bought your costume at Party City, don't enter the contest. You're not going to win, first of all. You don't deserve to win. If you bought it at a store, don't even enter the contest. Because it might look good. No, I'm talking about this was like straight out of a Party City bag.
Oh, okay.
You know,
because like I'm sitting here saying I use pieces of Party City costumes in mine all the time.
But you make your own piece together.
I do. I've actually started learning how to sew.
But when during the contest, when they ask you, oh, how long, if you say, oh, I spent $40 at Party City, when the person next to you is like, I spent 12 hours in front of a sewing machine,
or more,
don't expect to win.
It's true, because believe it or not, I have a theory about cosplay and people that make their own cosplays. I make mine, and at the same time, I will, if I have to, buy or commission a piece. Like, perfect example. When I cosplay my Luna, right? When I do my Anthro Luna for my Sailor Scout group, I have ears and a tail and like hand pieces and foot kind of like leg warmer kind of things. I didn't make those. Those are from Paw Star, and my most of my costume, like I have a corset that I wear from Timeless Trends. I didn't make that. But I took all these pieces together and I made it into my costume.
Right. You didn't buy a kit.
I didn't buy a pre-made costume.
And put it on.
No, I didn't buy a pre-made costume. Yeah. All of my costumes are like that, except one, which I actually did make myself. My Feinics costume.
Okay.
Which has since been retired because it ripped. It ripped. But guys, Feinics actually will be coming back into the rotation. So be prepared. She's coming. She's coming. And that was actually the one cosplay that everybody knew me for. Still does. That and Luna. And now Cammy, because apparently everybody loves my Cammy. So
I've seen it.
I cannot wait to revamp that Cammy. I'm actually making a lot of changes to her.
Okay.
She may come back for New York Comic Con. I know that my Bulma Quinn, the one that I did, which is a mashup of Bulma and Harley Quinn.
Okay.
She's coming back. I've made a lot of alterations to her, and it looks so good. Like, you know how Harley has that huge mallet?
Yeah.
I have a mallet, but it's capsule cord.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna say big cupcake?
No, it's capsule cord. It's a capsule cord. It's a capsule on top, and it's Bulma's. So it's like I can't wait to debut that. Like, and I made it. I made it myself, so people can't sit there and be like, oh, she's not a real cosplayer because she doesn't know how to sew. No, bitches, I'm learning how to sew. So fuck you. But like, this is what I'm talking about. To continue with your vein of these people that buy these costumes and go into a cosplay contest and then get pissed off when they don't win. Hey, I've been in like 4 different costume contests now. 2 is Cammy, and 2 is my Wonder Woman Playboy bunny. I didn't win. So you don't see me sitting here going, I didn't win.
Bryan Cranston lost a Walter White costume contest. So,
the guy who played.
Yes. Walter White lost a Walter White costume contest.
And that's what,
anything can happen.
Right. And like the whole thing to go, even to circle back around to where we were talking about with the Comic-Con thing, like I said, I did the math. For 2 people to go to Comic-Con for 4 days, it's close to $500 just for the tickets. Just for the tickets. Because then you got to add on taxes and fees and then mailing and all that kind of fucking shit. $500 for 2 people for 4 days, and then on top of that, gas,
you want to buy
tolls,
stuff.
buying things. You gotta buy shit for your cosplay. It's like, and then on top of that, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you're getting into the panels that you want to see.
Right.
Because the place is just so overrun and so insane. And then on top of everything else, the Javits is under construction. So it's tinier than it is for normal. Like, and last year it had places under construction and they had to move Artist Alley into like a basement area and they were so fucking cramped up. You couldn't even see the artist stuff properly. And I felt so fucking bad.
Yeah, that's.
And then this year it's going to be worse because that area that they had in last year is under construction. So where the fuck is Artist Alley going to go? Where are you going to have the entertainment guests? Where are you going to have the panels? New York Comic Con. Read Pop. I want answers. You know, but like, and then we have Anime New York, which is right before New York Comic Con. I think that's in August. Yeah.
Okay.
I may go. I don't know. Eternal Con is in June. That's at Nassau Coliseum. I may go to that. I haven't decided yet. I actually haven't been to a single convention this year at all.
Like I said, I've
been taking a break.
Never been to a convention in New York. I went down south for 2 weeks and in the 2 weeks, went to 4 conventions.
Yeah. I mean.
And like down there, like for the little one, like NYCC was, like I said before, it was what, 35 or 45.
You said 45, but it included a meet and greet.
With the meet and greet. All the other ones I went to, was a lot, like as far as like the comic vendors and stuff like that, it was a lot of the same guys.
Mm-hmm. Most of them do the circuit.
Yeah, we were paying like $5-6 to get in.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's, you know, I met Optimus Prime at one of them.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. The Florida edition has been killing it in the convention scene this year. They have been to 4 or 5 conventions down in Florida alone, and they're going to MegaCon. Like, I think it's MegaCon this weekend or next weekend. No, I'm not really sure, guys. Fact check me later if you can. But they're going to MegaCon, and MegaCon is probably like one of the bigger Florida conventions. But they're killing it in the convention game right now. Fortunately for me, I've been taking a break.
It's
the secondary
May 24th to the 27th.
So next weekend, when Solo comes out
in Orlando.
Yes. So next weekend, check out, if you guys are in Florida, you're going there, go find the second round's Florida edition. They will be there. Find them. Say the Phoenix Gate sent you and tell them they said hello. Because MegaCon is like I think down there is like our New York Comic Con. I'm not really sure, but whatever. They're killing it in the comic book game right now. And they're doing so well, and I'm so happy for them. And everybody's like, oh, well, Jade, when are you coming out? And I'm like, when I feel like it. Jade needs a break. I mean, for the last 3 years, or actually I would say even last 3 years, I've been going to every single fucking convention that I could in the tri-state area. And then before that, I've been at Comic-Con since it started. Like, I've been to every single New York Comic-Con since its inception. Yeah, I'm that crazy. But it's hard. It's expensive.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I need a break. If I go to Eternal Con, I go to Eternal Con. But the New York City edition will be at Eternal Con, so find them. You know, but the Phoenix Gate hasn't decided where they're going to make their convention debut just yet. If not, it's just going to be me. You know, because Arthur hates everything. Arthur hates everything convention-wise.
Arthur, you know, he's seen conventions go from comic books to what they are now.
And I have too.
You know, that's... And
he hates me because I cosplay. He hates it. He hates it so much. But I'm like, you've known me for over 10 years. I've never stopped cosplaying. Deal with it. But I think that's basically everything today. I really got nothing else to say. What about you?
No, I'm good.
So we're going to close the gates for this week. Tune in next week. I don't know what we're going to be talking about just yet. More than likely, it'll be like a review of Deadpool and, you know, everything else. We'll see what happens in the coming week in pop culture. But remember, if you come into the Final Fortress for the next week until the next podcast and say the Phoenix Gate podcast sent you, you get a free pop. Your choice. Wow.
No, net neutrality won.
Yes! Net neutrality won! Woo!
Woo-hoo.
No, that's good.
That's good?
Yes,
okay.
That's very good.
Oh, they're keeping it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's not going away, and we won't have to pay tons of fees. Yay! Woohoo! Yay, net neutrality. Okay. So on that note, thank you, Vinny, for being here with me because
You're
Arthur
welcome.
couldn't.
Anytime.
Anytime. I love you. You're the best. And you know what's great is that you have this almost the same views as me. So we mesh. We're good. You know, and ladies, he's single. Yeah. Single and ready to mingle. Hey! But like again, let's recap everything real quick. HeroClix. They're doing a big event tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m.
7.
here at the show. The store. I need coffee. Someone bring me coffee. So HeroClix is tomorrow.
Yep.
These Goku Blacks.
Extremely limited.
Once they're gone, they're gone. They're not getting them again, and it's very hard to find them in the wild right now. Star Wars Legion, brand new. Unlocks, brand new. All this stuff here
Bunch of stuff on
sale. All the comics are 40% off, even though you can't really see them behind all the stuff we put up there. But guys, come in, spend money, and be a part of the Final Fortress family.
All pops are buy one get one free.
Go home with 3 pops. Not a bad deal.
We just said pop way too much.
Pop. But on that note, the gates are closing for this week. Tune in next week. Arthur will hopefully be back by then. And see you later, travelers. Bye.
Bye.
Jeff screaming, somebody get this woman some coffee.